Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I'm sitting at my sewing machine just because I want to do something. I would like a sewing video and I had no clue, but I've been going through scraps because I'm starting up with my auctions again. All my auctions for scraps start at 1 penny with free shipping for the USA. Outside the USA can bid, but you have to pay the shipping and whatever taxes your country requires, and it can be pricey. So if you bid, make sure you check to see what your shipping costs will be. And if it's too high and you think you're not going to want to pay that, then please do not bid. And go look at my auctions. I'll have a link in the description of this video, and you can always find links on my blog at darlenemishow.com. Because I've been going through scraps, I'm like, oh my God, how come I never did anything? And I'm talking a lot of scraps, a lot. Boxes filled, shelving units that I made filled with different scraps. I don't throw anything away. And when I'm talking scraps, I mean, I'm even talking things like this, you know, beautiful remnants, not just shreds and things like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this strip. I didn't look if there was any other strip I'd rather have. It's all the same. But this is a 4-inch strip, and I thought I could cut 10 4-inch squares out of this. It's folded in half. This is Batik, and these are the colors. And next to it was this stuff, which has no business hooking up with this guy, but we're going to hook them up. This is just regular quilt cotton, not Batik, and I'm hoping I can do a full length. Oh, I can. I have this. And I'm just going to cut some very narrow pieces, strips, I should say. Very narrow strips, almost like shreds, but not quite shreds. I don't know if I want them so narrow that I will just do a zigzag and it will cover the whole thing, you know, shred-like. But it would actually be cut, so it would be, I don't know, not as messy. Anyway, let me think, and we're going to do something. And I know you're like me. You're thinking, this isn't going to look good. And it probably won't. I'm totally on board with it not looking good, but we're going to give it a try. This is what I cut. It is not even 1/4 of an inch. Not quite an 1/8, but in between that. And I want to just have to make one pass, so I'm going to do a wide zigzag. So I only have to go in one direction. If it was wider, I'd have to go on each edge, so down one side and then back up the other. And let me open this guy up. There's really no right or wrong side for this particular Batik. And I'm going to remember that I don't need to be very close, so I'm going to come in, I don't know. How about I start kind of in the center? That would make sense, right? I like that idea. And let me see. I want a fairly wide zigzag. I put my clear thread on the top. I want clear thread, but I have white thread on the bottom. Okay, I just want to stop and see. And I think that looks okay. I'm going to just continue. And I'm just laying this flat. I'm not tugging on it or anything. And I want it, you know, a little bit curvy here and there. And the Batik is a little bit longer than that other print, so I won't be able to go all the way to the end. I'm not hating this. Okay, let me go cut a few more skinny strips. I am calling these shreds, but they're freshly cut shreds, so they don't look as shreddy as the ones that have been like sitting in a basket for months. And I apologize for the darkness. I was like, why is it so dark? And I didn't realize one of my lights was out, so I'm hoping this helps. I don't know. I'm going to, off camera, just put another strip here, and then another one on this side. So I'm going to have 3 of these total, and then we'll see what I feel like doing after that. So let me just get started, and I'll see you when I'm done. this is what we have so far. I like it. You know, when you cut a print really thin, narrow, I should say, it's almost like you don't know what it was. It just looks blotchy, just like the batik itself looks blotchy. And I am all for mixing batik with just regular quilt cotton. It's a little lumpy because with the zigzag, you know, it kind of bunches it up a little bit. I'll press it, but I like that look. Now again, when I do stuff like this, I'm not, you know, saying it has to be for quilt blocks, but you can take these blocks. This would have been good on a stabilizer because it would have left it more flat, more stable. It's easier to top stitch, but I'm just leaving it like this, and I will be cutting it into blocks, but I'm thinking I want to add something else to it. I almost would like to do a part 2, because then maybe I could use some of this. And the reason I can't do it all right now is because I gotta get ready to go out. You know, I would have maybe liked to add a border around it. I don't know. I don't think I would like that. And I don't think I want to go through all that. But I'm thinking maybe a thread of some kind. Let me just look and see what I can find. I have a basket full of embroidery thread. There's some like this. There's some like in the shape of the regular embroidery threads that I got out of a box that I took out of the dumpster that said crafts. And a lot of these things were brand new, still in bags, and everything was bagged in plastic. I grabbed that so fast. And I have so many colors, but I'm kind of going with this. It's like, I don't know what to call it. This, you know, changes color, and I'm going to, I don't know if I would rather have some kind of a pink. No, I don't like this. I don't like it with the, I think maybe gray. I found a very light gray. I think I'm going to like that. And I don't know if I want to put one on each side of this narrow guy or just in the middle. I don't know if I'd have enough for each side. That would take a lot. Let's see. I don't know. I like things close. Okay, I'm going to try doing it on the inside. What does it look like if it's in the center? I could keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple, especially since I'm in a hurry. I'm going to just do it right down the center between these two, and then I'll do one between those two. And same thing, I'm just going to do a zigzag over it, and again, I'll do it off camera. Now we have this. I like it. I really do. And, you know, if this gets attached to something else, it's going to lose some of the seam allowance. So I think it's going to make some cute little squares. But I had a near heart attack, and I got to cut this thread because I ran out of my clear thread, and I didn't think I had another spool, and I did, a brand new spool. So I'm so glad. Let me go press this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in love with it or not, but somebody can certainly do something with this. Let me cut it into 10 4-inch squares. Now this was already cut 4 inches this way, so I'm just going to cut 4-inch squares this way. As always, I love it. I was able to cut 10, but they're not really 4 inches square. I cut them 4 inches this way, but you know, they shrunk a little bit this way because of the zigzag. You know, it pulls the fabric in. I will put these on eBay, but I don't have time tonight, and I already put a bunch of auctions, well, three auctions today. So right now it's September 27, 2024. I'm gonna put these in tomorrow's auction. So come back, you'll get the link under this video, and or just go to my blog, darlenemichaud.com. You'll find links to my eBay auctions and things like that. But I think this is really cool. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because I finally got some muslin, and we're going to start like making our own fabric by adding stuff to muslin. So look for things. Look for different threads, different yarns, shiny stuff, stiff stuff, soft stuff, fuzzy stuff, anything that you find that you think you might like. Oh, I have some of these. No, I thought it was upside down. Wrong side up, I mean. And I have this little tiny piece left, and I'm going to put that in my crumb box, and I can add that to a crumb block. Very cool. Very cool. And, you know, these little shreds like this, it's a good way to use up prints that you don't like, because when you cut something so tiny, you know, so narrow, you don't know, you don't know what it is. So please come back tomorrow. Look on this video for the link to the auction. I wish I could have it ready for you tonight, but I won't, and that's okay. It's going to make you come back again. Or, like I said, go to darlenemichaud.com. Whenever I put an auction up, I also put it on my blog, so scroll around. You'll see it, and I'll have a picture of all these little squares. I'm not going to take the pictures tonight because you'll see that tomorrow when you look at the auction. I might take one. I'll just take one just to put at the end. And I really enjoyed this. I like it very much. And again, you don't necessarily need to put this into a quilt. You could make a decorative pillow, use just some of these in it, or, do whatever you want. Put them on a tote bag somewhere. Add your own fabric around them. You could mix this with denim. That would be super cool, right? Do some denim sashing or whatever, or muslin, other batik. Doesn't have to be batik. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it gives you an idea. That's what I like to do, is give you some ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll be back with more soon. And do come back for the auction link. Bye! Wait a minute. I forgot to tell you, I do have auctions on eBay right now at the time I'm recording this. And again, this is September 27, 2024. Go check those out, and then you'll, see what I have up there, and then you can wait for tomorrow for the little squares that I just made in this video. Thanks.